Hey guys, welcome back to another video and welcome back to another vlog. I hope you're keeping so incredibly well. For today's video, we're going to do a bit of a day in the life. I need to do a closet declutter. I got given by some friends some clothes that they were no longer using, and I love so many of them, but that just means that it's kind of time to declutter some of the clothes that I maybe don't so much wear. Probably need to do some gardening, and I probably need to do a bit of a house clean, and I'm meeting a friend for a coffee, so that'll be really exciting. But right now I am just sitting at my desk. I've got my little setup, but I'm in a little bit of a rush. I'm meeting my friend in about 45 minutes, and I need to just do a little couple of bits before we go and do that. We're back home. We're officially back home. That was the loveliest coffee date ever. Becky, if you're watching this, love you lots. But we went to a place called Awaken. It's a new cafe that's been opened by actually a couple from our church, and I hadn't tried it out yet, so we went and tried it out, and it was really, really nice. Really lovely to sit outside too and see the sea. You can see the sea from where it's at. If you're around the north coast, then I would definitely encourage you to go and check it out. But I'm absolutely ravenous. My hands are semi-shaking because I've had caffeine and I'm starving. But we're going to go make some lunch, and I'm going to do a little read up of the kitchen, and then we will do a closet declutter. And I'm actually really looking forward to it. I actually really enjoy minimizing my stuff. So let's go get some lunch. Welcome friends, welcome here. This is the portion of today's vlog that you've been waiting for. We're about to minimize some clothes. All of my clothes, in fact. And you know what step one is? Step one is always the same, and that is get everything out. There is no such thing as minimizing tidily. Always looks like a mess, but that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna lob all of my clothes out of my wardrobe, and we're gonna plug them right here on our bed. And we'll see what we've got. Okay, so this is what we have. We have everything. We have pajamas, we have summer clothes, we have winter clothes. I think that's the one thing about living in Northern Ireland, is that you can't really create like a capsule wardrobe because every season is so different. So I always say this when you begin minimizing, always be mindful of other seasons. So I've done this before where I've minimized in summer and I've got rid of all or some of my winter stuff, and then when it comes around to winter I minimize again, and then I get rid of some of my summer stuff, and you actually end up needing both. So I think when you're applying minimalism to a climate where maybe the weather changes quite frequently, just be mindful of that. It's okay to not wear everything all the time, but just to be aware of the seasons and of what you're kind of gonna wear per season. As I minimize through this stuff, you'll see more of what I mean when I go down to jumpers and bits like that on a warm day like today. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna begin. I'm gonna do it slightly different today. So normally I kind of just go through all this stuff, put it into multiple piles. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to begin by creating a pile of stuff that I haven't worn in the last 3 months. So let's get minimizing. Piles, what you do isn't really super clear. There's a pile of stuff here on the floor that is like definitely to go. There's a pile of stuff here behind me that I'm not quite sure if it's time or if it's not. So for example, we have my denim jacket. Now, I have such a love-hate relationship with this denim jacket. I love it because occasionally you need a jacket, you need something that's a little bit cooler, but you still need a jacket, and it's great. But I don't wear it a ton. But the times that I do wear it, I'm really glad that I have it. So I think I'll keep this for another couple of months. So kind of what I would do with an item like this that I'm not quite sure, what I'll do is I'll hang it back up in my wardrobe. And if I reach for it in the next month, then I know that it's good to keep it because I know that I use it. But if it's like 2 months, 3 months, then I know that it's time for it to go. So I think this will go back up in my wardrobe. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the stuff that I know I'm definitely keeping back in my cupboard, and I'll show you the stuff that it's time to go. Something that's super encouraging, and that is that there is literally nothing in my wardrobe that I haven't worn in the last 3 months. So I said I was going to try this method of minimizing my closet, but actually there's nothing in here that I haven't worn. And so honestly, the items that I am passing on, I'm just kind of finished with. I've either worn them through and it's time for them to actually just be recycled, or they're just clothing items that I don't wear enough. And I really encourage you that if you're beginning to minimize your wardrobe or your closet, that you would start with that you would start with going through your items and finding items that you haven't worn in the last 3 months. Because the chances are you have some items that are like buried beneath the bottom of the rest of your clothes. You have some items that you bought when you were on holiday. You have some items that are just random, like memorabilia and like sentimental t-shirts from concerts. And honestly, you don't actually really wear them. So I begin with those items. And all of their high thoughts about us were just illusions. They could not find a way into our closed hearts. So they're forced to crawl. This is the pile of stuff that we're going to say goodbye to. So we have a denim jacket, we have some jumpers. This is, let me see if I can find it. This is an old cardigan of mine. I'll put it on so you can see. Looks like this on, so it's kind of like a longer one. Let's see if I can show you. It kind of goes down to where the hem of my dress is. And honestly, like if I'm still being honest, I still really like it. I like this cardigan, but I don't really wear it. I've had it around 4 years now, and it started to go a bit thin, and I just kind of, every time I put it on, I can't wait to take it off. So it's time for this to go. And just a few other random bits, but I'm going to bag them up and we're going to take them to the donation centre. You don't fit in the car, we don't.
That's because you've moved the seat so far forward.
Oh, Joanne.
Was there torrential rain?
So when I was leaving the car, I set the windshield wipers off by accident, but I didn't realise. But hey guys, it's a lot later on now, and I am found a Joel.
Hello.
And we're heading to, we're going to Joel's parents tonight actually for dinner because it is Leah's birthday, Joel's sister's birthday tomorrow. So that is all very exciting. We're going to have a wee cheeky Chinese. Although Joel, are you having Chinese?
I'm having my mum's curry.
So neither of us, controversial opinion, neither of us actually like Chinese. which I know most people don't understand because most people like literally die for
Yeah.
Chinese, but we're actually having homemade curry, but it's still all very exciting.
But with possibly some chips from the Chinese.
There we go.
the most Chinese food there is. Chips.
Literally, but we need to go and pick up a card. So we're running to Asda. Leah, we love you. We love you so much, but we just weren't prepared. So we're going. What?
Birthday's tomorrow. And in our house, having a card a day early is...
A miracle.
Yeah, 'cause
Your
you
sister will appreciate that
normally
actually.
get it a day plus, do you know? Like maybe the day of your birthday or a couple of days after.
We're gonna run to Asda. We're gonna get a card. We're gonna go eat a Chinese. That's not Chinese.